Hi, everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to this special session of the EAPort's webinar series. I'm Raquel Kibrit, Executive Director of the International Association of Port Development, and I'm thrilled to have you all with us today. EAPorts is a global platform dedicated for fostering innovation, knowledge sharing, and strategic collaboration for the port sector. As the International Association of Port Development, our mission is to connect ports, support their development, and prepare stakeholders to navigate the future of global logistics and the maritime trade. So this webinar series is actually one of the tools that we use to accomplish our mission. And we're bringing together experts, leaders, and innovators to share insights and practical knowledge. Each session is an opportunity for the global port community to learn, ask questions, and engage the discussions that shape the future of our industry. So the whole dynamic of the session will be our guest for the day, who is Mariana Couto Lima. She's going to make a 30-minute presentation, and then we're going to open for questions. So if you have any questions for Porto de Itaqui that you would like to answer, please raise your hand after the presentation, and we will be glad to moderate your question, okay? You can ask it directly to Mariana or write it on the chat, okay? And we will do our best to actually take all the questions that you have in the benefit of time. So with no further delays, today we're honored to welcome our guest, Mariana Couto, who is the Open Innovation Team Leader at Porto de Itaqui. And Mariana is a dynamic innovation analyst at Porto de Itaqui in the north of Brazil, where she leads the Open Innovation team with the Innovation Research and Development Department. She has a master's degree in international relations, like I do. So it's great to have you here, Mariana, from Unicamp, and a bachelor degree from Unesp. And Mariana has a strong academic foundation for her work. Her 5 years of experience in public sector have shaped her expertise in project management, driving forward-thinking initiatives that connect innovation and impact in one of Brazil's most strategic ports. So Mariana will be speaking today about digital transformation that connects, the innovation project of Porto de Itaqui. So without further ado, I'd like to invite Mariana to start the presentation. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Raquel. Thank you, Julia, and everyone that is here. I will share my screen. I have a presentation. You can see it?
Yes, we're good. We don't see it in a presentation. Okay, now it's on presentation mode.
Okay.
Yes.
So as Raquel said, I'm Mariana. I'm analyst at the RDI department at Porto de Itaqui, and I lead open innovation initiatives, bridging our port with universities, enterprises, and organizations to drive impactful solutions. And today we'll talk a little about how digital transformation and local value integration connects innovation and impact. So I'm talking from Porto de Itaqui, a public port located in São Luís, Maranhão, a state at the northeast of Brazil. I'm here in this little star in the map. And Itaqui has a very strategic position close to some of our main commercial partners and combines it with natural advantages like 20 meters natural deep waters for mega vessels. And the hinterland of Itaqui, its area of influence, takes all this colored area here in the map, reaching the northeast, north, and center of Brazil. So because all of that, we can comprehend why Itaqui is the biggest port of the region and the fourth public port of Brazil. Here we have some data of 2024 Port to Itaqui, 25 million tons, primarily dry bulk with 70%, then liquid bulk with 24%, and finally the general cargo with 5%. And Itaqui is a multimodal hub, so we integrate rail, road, and waterways, which is a key to serving all our interland regions. Here we have this beautiful photo of the port where we can see all the berths, all our 9 operational berths, with a 10th under construction in the next years. And they handle diverse cargo streams. And this aerial view showcases their specialized layouts. Some of the berths are optimized for specific cargo types. And we can see here the match, the berth with the cargo types. And when I talk about dry bulk, I mean soybeans, corn, soybean meal, liquid bulk, gasoline, ethanol, diesel, LPG, and general cargo, mainly cellulose, mineral coal, and fertilizers. And now that we met a little about Itaqui, we can talk about our innovation context. The port sector is extremely broad, as we all here know, and presenting us with a range of opportunities to improve processes and optimize results. Understanding this reality, in 2021, we began institutionalizing innovation in Itaqui, starting with grassroots education on its value and methodologies focused on strategic departments. And in this way, the culture of innovation has been developed and incorporated into the organizational culture of this time of our entire company in Itaqui. And this cultural shift led to our former RDI department in 2023, 2 years later of this process started, embedding innovation into Itaqui's DNA. So it's a very recent department where we've already done a lot. Our innovation initiatives have been based on transformation through tech-driven solutions and local strengths. And the flagship program that underpins these initiatives is the Port Residence Program, a trainee-like where we select 10 recently graduated young professionals from diverse academic backgrounds to work with the RDI department for 2 years. The residency's primary goal is to develop digital transformation, collaborating across all the departments in Itaqui to build solutions, owning the full product life cycle from discovery to delivery. In 4 years now that we have the Port Residency program, we had 2 cohorts and 32 deployed solutions. Here are some of the solutions developed by the residents. And we can say that a lot of the digital transformation process on Itaqui came from the residency program. And beyond tech, the residency program is also responsible for reinforcing the innovation culture at the port. We've trained more than 300 workers and collaborators through 43 workshops on agile methods and project management. And for all this significant work, we've proudly earned 11 awards. About an example of a tech solution developed by the residency program, the Ocean Report. It was born from Itaqui's operational pain points related to oceanographic data management. It's an integrated platform designed for monitoring, studying, and analyzing oceanographic, meteorological, and environmental conditions in the São Marcos Bay region, where Itaqui is located. And the platform is AI-powered with our assistant, this beautiful lady here, Maria, especially created by our development team with information about Itaqui. Now with the platform, it's easier to access, visualize, and interconnect this data. It's open access to democratize data for researchers and the general public. And you all can use this QR code here in the screen to explore how we're dealing with this complex data in Itaqui. Another outcome of the residency program that I brought here was consolidating the challenge mapping process, which serves as the foundation for all solution development. Annually, all port departments are interviewed by the residents to identify pain points and challenges that can be addressed through digital transformation solutions. So we have this document that we will be updated every year. And this process ensures that we are solving real problems and not just chasing tech trends. In addition to in-house development, our innovation efforts also drive transformation through strategic partnerships and local potential, our open innovation program. Alongside the residency program, we highlight the research support program, which funds academic research focused on studying and solving challenges related to Porto de Itaqui. These projects involve local universities, bridging the gap between the port and academia while strengthening local capabilities. And we had already 3 calls for proposals, 37 funded research projects, across 50 cities in Maranhão, you can see here, where the researchers are located, engaging 300 researchers approximately in fields from oceanography to port city relations and logistics, operations, environmental engineering, and other areas. We are finishing the last call with 10 more projects approved that will begin this June next month. And we are receiving already great results that will help Itaqui a lot and maybe apply in other ports is our wish. So we are very proud of this program because it generates specific and real knowledge while reinforcing local talents. Here, another example, one of the funded projects. These projects developed cutting-edge roves, remotely operated vehicles with precision sensors for bathymetry survey and environmental monitoring in São Marcos Bay. The group of teachers and students are from Federal University of Maranhão. It's a 2-year project that finishes this year. And the prototypes have already been built, successfully tested. They've also developed a software for mission programming and integrated analysis with real-time transmission data powered with AI. So it's a great example that port can help to build science and can be useful for our operations. Besides funding academic research, Itaqui, alguém falou alguma coisa? Someone has something to say? No. Besides funding academic research, Itaqui also has been enforcing connection with all the local innovative ecosystems. Last year, we formed the Innovation Committee of Itaqui that brings together port stakeholders to unlock collaborative opportunities, share capabilities, and drive operational excellence. These are the enterprises and companies that compose the committee. And here are other key partners with whom we have established cooperative relationship, especially via technical cooperation agreements. Let me share an example of our other cooperation. Here is a project lineup called that was created collaboratively with a university software lab through our partnership framework. We're developing an AI-based system that will automatize the ship queue, considering all the variables and scenarios to determine optimal arrival sequencing. Now the project is in its phasing test, and we are very excited about the possible results. It was a very difficult project to make it, and we are hoping that it will work. And one more project that I brought today is our social innovation program called Jovem Tech. Then free translation is Young Tech. This is a program run in partnership with Grupo Mateus, one of Brazil's largest retail companies, and some other companies from the Port's Innovation Committee. Jovem Tech is a professional training program in software development for young adults aged 18 to 25 from public schools. The program lasts 6 months, with each cohort comprising approximately 60 students, and the students can specialize in back-end programming, front-end development, or data analysis. The second edition of Jovem Tech started last week with 65 new students. Jovem Tech transforms lives real and helps to build Maranhão's digital future. 70 of our first cohort now work in IT or in this pursuing tech degrees. And scanning this QR code, you can access our report with more information about the first edition of this program. And Jovem Tech is a program that we care a lot about because it empowers real people and brings real impact. So some key conclusions for our discussion here is the innovation is culture. It doesn't work without interconnected collaboration and organizational values. It demands openness from leaderships to frontline teams. It requires cultivation. It might be a continuous process, not a one-time initiative, and it must deliver outcomes to sustain this continuity. Innovation is ecosystem driven, and it demands engagement, active participation across all levels. It requires maturity, both organizational and individual readiness, and it needs time. Sustainable innovation isn't instantaneous, and it's a challenge, but we must know this. Corporate innovation is too often reduced to empty narratives, and it's all too easy to fall into this. So our main objective in Itaqui is to build innovative activities with cooperation, real processes, and technology, and with operational impact and living ecosystems. We can show that ports can drive both technological and human transformation, and they can catalyze this space to bring science and development. So we must see ports as these actors with this importance. So I'd like to thank EI Ports for the invitation. It was a pleasure to talk about our work and our perspectives on Porto de Itaqui. I'd like to thank everyone that is here, and we can talk a little, discuss, and I don't know if you have any questions. Thank you.
Mariana, thank you so much for this insightful presentation. We'll now open the floor for questions. Does anybody have a specific question for Mariana or about the innovation projects that she presented today? Please feel free to raise your hands or write it on the chat, and we'll be able to moderate these Q&A session. Those of you that feel comfortable and would like to open their cameras too, now it's a good time for us to see each other. Okay. Marisa Barca has a question. Hi, great to see you. Hola, qué bien que estás aquí con nosotros. Qué gusto.
Gracias, Raquel. Hello, everyone. My name is Marisa Barca. I am the business management manager for Boluda Towash for all LATAM. And thank you, Mariana, for your great presentation. Did you say that the port was public? So it's a public port in Brazil?
Yes, it's public port. The administration is public.
Okay, so this program, do you have a budget for any one of these programs? By example, any of, if you want to give me an example of any of the initiatives, what was the budget? And if, well, I have been public servant for a lot of years in Mexico, so I think that this kind of programs are really good, are very interesting, and are really good for the ports. But what about the permanency of at the different governments at the different periods? You know, this kind of. I think that this is a big challenge. What would you tell us about that? Thank you.
Thanks so much, Maria. Yeah, we have a budget. The department has a budget, annual budget, and we manage the budget for our projects. So in the previous year, we preview the budget that we will need in the next year, and it's approved by the administration. And the challenge is to manage with everything that we want to do. But for an idea, in these 3 calls for the fund research program, for example, we've already have earned 10 million reais approximately in 3 years.
Peraí, so Mariana, in dollars, divided by 5.
$3 million.
$2 million. $2
million. And for some of our projects are free, like the lineup project is a cooperation with the university without costs. And some others, we have some costs, like Jovem Tech. We pay a scholarship value for the students monthly for them to participate of the program. It costs like $300 for a student. So it's $300 for students, for 60 students, approximately for 6 months in every edition. So we have some of our budgets, and it's not the biggest budget that we wanted, but we have this challenge, and it's working until now. So, and the other challenge is to lead with the changes, the political changes that a public port is submitted to. So, our objective here, our goal is to really legitimize our initiatives and prove that it's sustainable, and that brings also political capital, and it may be a great space to share with other ports and be an example. So we use this platform, the innovation, as a platform also for political goals. So this is our way to try to keep maintaining our work.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mariana.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Keep the good work.
That's great. Thank you so much for this first question, Marisa. Does anybody else have a follow-up question for Mariana?
Before the question, I wanted to make an invitation for everyone here. I will share my screen again, because we will have an event here in São Luís in June, 17th, 18th June. And it's a event called Innova Portos. It's in its 6th edition. It's the biggest innovation Porto event in Brazil. And this year will happen in Porto de Itaqui. And we are very happy to make this event. The first edition was here too, so the event is back in home, and we are already with the inscriptions open. And if anyone is interested, it will be a pleasure to receive you here. I will send also the link of the event, so Julia and Raquel may share with everyone. Thank you.
Fantastic. Yeah, this event is growing bigger and bigger every year, which is great. It's about port innovation, so it's good to see this movement growing. Does anybody else have any follow-up questions? I do have a question for you, Mariana. So first of all, I think that your presentation was quite unique in a sense that for now, it seems that most of presentations that we hear about port innovation is how do we transform port operations in human-free operations. So everything is really automated, and I think the presentation that you showed brings the human as the center of innovation. So this is quite unique for us, for me at least, when I saw your presentation. So I really thank you for that. What do you think is the biggest challenge ports face in implementing innovation today?
Thank you for this comment, Raquel. It's true. We really try to show that human is the center, and technology has to be adjunct, has to be served our work, not the opposite. So I think that there's a challenge in the narrative, really, in the discourse of innovation. It's sometimes there will be only tech and no real impact or no real functionality. So we have to, or only in a new methodology without any outcome or any result for real. So I think, so this is the importance also about ecosystems of innovation to discuss what everyone understands as innovation and how we can put everyone in the same line and the same discourse about what it means to do innovation and what it means to do port innovation, which is also another challenge additional, because ports are already places back to things, to movimentate things, and humans are not very related to this. So I think the challenge is to show that we can mix all these things and none must be separate. You understand? You agree with me?
Yes, I do. I worked for the port sector too, so there are many challenges associated to it on a political level, on a budget level, on a human level, on the mindset level. So this is a real big shift that needs to make. How do you see this trend evolving in the next 3 to 5 years?
I think that we have been recent initiatives that brings the cooperative ways to work. So Julia was explaining me the IE parts, this initiative that is very interesting to see the parts as actors that may work together, and then may definitely define agendas, and Latin American ports can do this, and Brazilian American ports can do this, and all this, the context worldly. So I think that this cooperative soul is coming to us, to the ports, the importance that ESG agenda and innovation agenda is integrated. So I think that there's a hope that in these next years we are looking for tech advance for facilitate the operations and to chase the excellence in the and more movimentation, but based on a cooperative work with ports in general.
Okay. And what advice would you give for port authorities that are starting to work on this agenda?
I think the advice is really to maybe know what the others are doing, so we can be inspired for, and benchmarkings and have a goal, not be tech for tech, but what do you want with innovation? Because innovation is the way. So you have to have a goal, an outcome wish. So I think the advice is this: to find what you want first, and innovation will be the way to earn it.
Great. I think Julia has a question. We're not listening to you. Very, very low.
Very low. You can write if you want.
Also, if anyone else has questions, please feel free to add it on the chat here. We're welcome. We're having a unique moment of actually bridging with Porto de Itaqui. So I really encourage you to ask your questions, any burning curiosities you have about the sport. It's a fascinating operation that they have. So any questions are welcome at this point as we come to our final minutes of our webinar series. We'll just wait for a few seconds for Julia's question. How does an international port stakeholder or player can join Porto de Itaqui innovation ecosystem? That's a great question.
Great question, Julia. Well, we are very open, so I think it's easy to join us in our ecosystem. We already in the focus in local ecosystem of innovation. So here in Maranhão, we are trying to reinforce the innovation culture here locally, but we have already also relationship with other parts that are trying to do innovation initiatives. So it's very easy. Everyone can only try contact, and we can make a meet and try to share our initiatives, and maybe to think a project and collaboration. We are doing this with some parts like Porto do Açu or Porto de Suape. We are trying to think, because the pain points of ports are very similar. So we have a shared reality. So how more interest in collaborate, it's for us is great. So we are very open to do this.
Okay, great. Marisa Barca has another question on how many arrivals has the port yearly?
Of ships?
Yes.
Last year we had 100, which was a record. We beat 100 ships last year, so it's in this 100.
Okay.
No, sorry, 1,000.
I think it's a lot more than 100 because
1,000
Itaqui is
ships.
actually
Sorry.
top 5, is on the top 5 biggest
Yeah.
ports of Brazil.
Yeah,
Say it
we
in
are.
Portuguese, Mariana. How many?
Por volta de 1,000 navios.
1,000 navios. Okay, so it's 1,000 ships. Yeah.
1,000 ships. And yeah, today we are the 4th public port of Brazil. So mainly with soy that we export, and our mainly import product is fertilizer, and we have Suzano there with cellulose production. So these are the main products. So 1,000 ships, sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Well, if there are no further questions, I think we're going to thank everyone who joined us today. I just would say that we really appreciate your time and your commitment to professional growth and global collaboration. Here we had a chance to see someone from Mexico just talking to someone from Brazil. So this is exactly what we want with e-Ports, just having people from all over the world interact. And this webinar series actually provides this platform for international collaboration. As a reminder, e-Ports is opening its membership season soon on September 1st. We warmly welcome port leaders, professionals, and stakeholders to be part of this growing global community. By becoming a member, you have access to exclusive content, to strategic networking, and impactful initiatives like this webinar series. One of our strongest features is actually our investment work that we do. So we really encourage you to stay tuned for our initiatives on this matter. So thank you so much for coming, all of you. If any of you are not in our WhatsApp group, the QR code actually leads you to the WhatsApp group. So feel free to join this networking platform that we have to be updated about our initiatives. And together we're shaping the future of ports. So thank you so much for coming, Mariana. It's a pleasure to have you and have Porto de Itaqui as one of our founding members. So thank you, guys. And we'll see you soon. e-Ports, connecting ports, navigating the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure.